Hello, I'm Laura. I'm a fourth year nursing student about to graduate sometime next year in April, which is super exciting, but it means that I need to get real. I need to start focusing on my career and moving forward in that aspect. So what I've decided to do was create a YouTube channel, and I want to base it primarily on goal attainment and just focus on it from a nursing perspective while bringing other sources of research in to see what I could come up with. And yeah, I've been doing all kinds of research based on this, and I've been trying to amalgamate some kind of goal attainment model that I can go off of to help better improve myself and hopefully become an advocate of health, a better influence. As a nurse, I'm constantly dealing with people with diabetes, heart conditions, you name it, just a whole wide spectrum of health diseases and physical ailments. And I'm always telling my patients that they need to improve their lifestyle in order to stay out of the hospital. But then I tell them, stop smoking and stop eating unhealthy, and I go home and I have a cigarette from all the stress that I have in my life and eat a cheeseburger because it's just that much more easy and convenient. So I get how difficult it is to achieve these goals. I know what needs to be done. I know what a healthy lifestyle is. It's just getting there. It's just making that plan and developing those steps and doing what it takes to be a healthier person, an optimal person, the best person that you can be. So I'd like to be that. I'd like to be a better influence and promote health. So I've decided to create a model for goal attainment and really take a look at what my goals were. I've created a collage behind me here. It was inspired by my auntie, who's also a nurse. She's been in mental health now for who knows how long, years. So she did this when she was younger, and she put things in like marriage and the child and a nice house and a nice car and just those kinds of things, a thriving career. And she was telling me that she eventually ended up getting all those things. She said it took a long while, but eventually it happened for her. So I got to thinking about this and decided to do it for myself, but I wanted to get a little more research behind it to see how credible it was. So I went online and couldn't really find much for scholarly research based around collages and goal attainment, but it was primarily used in schools to help people develop a sense of identity, which I 100% agree with. So I had a chance to go through all these images here, and I put them all together to kind of formulate a plan for myself. I'll just show you it. Okay, so this was the collage that I put together not too long ago. I just found a lot of images online and printed them off on photo paper. I got this little poster board. I started with the quitting smoking. This has been something that I've constantly been struggling with. I can't even count how many times I've tried to quit and how many times I've relapsed. It's getting out of control now. I'm so tied into the social piece around it, and when I have a drink, that's about every time that I've started smoking again. So I'm really going to take that into account for when I quit. I've set a date. So yeah, that's a big one for me. I'm going to start with that one. I would like to learn French. Parlez-vous français is what that says. Oui. I went to Montreal recently, and it was such an amazing experience, but such a fail for my French. This was the first time that I've ever tried to learn a language, so it was a huge learning curve for me, and I did the immersion bit, and I didn't do very well. My French is not much better, let's just say that. So I'm going to try a new approach. We'll see how it goes. I would love to get physically fit. I've been fairly active throughout my life and working out off and on, and just never really taking it too seriously to the point where I can understand what my body can do and its optimal physical point. I think that would be amazing to just feel completely confident about where you are because you worked for it. So I'd like to get that physical aspect going. And then with that, healthy eating. I do eat healthy off and on as well. I notice a huge difference when I'm eating healthy. My energy's there, my skin's better, which is what brings me to this clear complexion here. I've struggled with acne all my life, ever since I was 16. It just came about and never went away. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's there. It's been there. Some days are better than others, but I just want to figure out what's going on there and get rid of it once and for all. I'm just done with it. So I'm hoping that a lifestyle change would do that. I know the smoking, the circulation would affect that, and the healthy eating. Maybe there's something that I shouldn't be eating, and the exercise usually does help it. So with the combination of all of those, I'm really, really hoping that it'll go away with that. But if it doesn't, then it's a bigger, deeper rooted problem, and it's probably more on a cellular level, which means I'll have to bring in some pharmacological measures like Accutane, which is the only known cure for acne. But I want to avoid that at all costs because of the side effects that come with it. There's the mutations for children, and I am of a childbearing age, so I wouldn't want anything like that. And there's depression, just all kinds of side effects. I'm hoping I don't have to, but we'll see how the lifestyle changes go. Up here is friendship. I'm doing the trust fall into a group of friends here, and friends are just everything to me. I choose to surround myself with amazing people, and I'm happy to say that the people that I do have in my life are just top-notch friends out there who I love and adore and truly value and appreciate. So I want to keep that in my life. Up here is me doing the victory stance, and I'm climbing a mountain. It's kind of the huge metaphor for the whole piece here, but I'd also like to get a lot more physical outdoor activities, so a lot more hiking and all that. And then there's painting here. I've done some abstract work in the past. I love it. I love the outlet that comes from it, the part of creating something beautiful. It's a good way to express myself. So I want to do a lot more of that. And then there's yoga here, which I do on the rare occasion, a little more often now than I did before. I find it's a really good way to find balance within myself, and it's a great way to keep active. I love it. I've been doing hot yoga lately. And volleyball. Volleyball is one of my favorite sports. I love it so much, and I especially love the people that come with it. So I'm a part of a team right now, Sandy Snatches, yeah, but the season's out, so I haven't been playing very much of that, but I want to keep that in my life because it's the goods. And tennis, I want to learn a lot more tennis. Maybe I'll start doing that in the winter and alternate those two between seasons. I'm not very good. I'm actually horrible. I've never won a match, let's just say that, but I love just playing around, just getting the sport down, so I'm sure with practice I can get that. And then this here is a meditation piece. I try and meditate at least once a week. In nursing, I take on a lot of stressors. I deal with a lot of emotional disparities and trauma, and it's just not healthy to hold on to those things. So I try and find a way to meditate and calm myself and put it somewhere so that I'm not keeping it with me, because it's damaging to myself if I hold on to any of that. And so with that is all the chakras. I'd really like to learn a lot more of that. The grounding piece, the ambition, your voice, your heart, your intuition. There's just so much more to that practice that I want to learn more about. And with that, I would like to travel the world. I'm going to travel the world. I've been saying this for years, and I need to get my degree down so I can pack it up in my suitcase and just go. Just go see the world. There's so much out there, and I want to know more about it. I want to go to India and learn more about meditation and chakras. I want to go to Asia over here. I know Japan has a lot to do with Zen and therapy. Australia has always been on my list, along with New Zealand. Thailand coming in through here. Maybe the Middle East. I know that they can use a lot of healthcare there. There's Europe as well. Who doesn't want to do Europe? I'm thinking I'll just pick up a backpack when I graduate and just go. And then Africa, there's a lot of work that could be done healthcare-wise there, so maybe do some work there. South America, the food, the culture, the dancing, I would love to see that place. I've been to Mexico and would go back in a heartbeat, so much fun. The States, maybe go do some work in there, we'll see how it goes. And up north, as well. It's been my plan to do some work up there. So lots of places I want to see. And with that is the map with my stethoscope. Just implementing health on a global perspective. It's exciting. It's super exciting. My long-term goal is to open up my own practice here. So I'd like to get all that education. I have my education piece here with the books and the neural brain activity, just really absorbing in everything and treating every interaction and moment as a learning experience. Everything I read, bringing it in and applying it to my practice. There's so much that we can learn from the research that's out there. There's just so much groundwork there that's a great stepping stone to really develop your practice with. So eventually I would like to open up my own clinic or practice and help people with stress and goal attainment and just really get them to where they need to be. It's always fascinated me how the mind could play such a role on the body. I mean, when you have somebody who's stressing out and you could see the physical impairment that those thoughts are causing. So cardiovascular issues, diabetes, it increases your sugar levels. It's just those cortisol hormones, once they're being released, are just detrimental to your health. So helping people get control of that would be ideal. So I'd like to learn more about that. So eventually, I'd like to be money smart. I'm not very money smart right now. As a student, I am living as a student and I have no money. But, you know, I've got quality in my life over quantity, so I'll take that. And in the meantime, start being a lot more conscientious of how I'm spending. Because when I do graduate, I will have a long-term job and I want to make sure I'm not just throwing that away on silly expenses. So I can get my dream house here. This is my dream house. I'd like to get a cabin somewhere as well, and a timeshare possibly, maybe for a couple of years, just on a tropical island. Sounds nice, hey? Yeah, and then eventually find some love somewhere. Who knows where? But who doesn't want love? It's love. So yeah, I've done enough dating to know what I want. So I've created a list, a very detailed list. My mother had recommended that I do this. So I have a list of everything that I look for in a man, and I've just really been keeping my eye out for that because I'm sure he's looking for me too. So I'd like somebody I can travel with, somebody passionate, and somebody strong enough to father a child. I have the picture of a baby here with the muscles to depict strength, but the strength there is more so emotionally, mentally, and cognitively. Muscles are nice too, but I'd take the other three over that any day. So this is a picture, it's a silly picture of a woman in cute lingerie cooking a turkey because that's the kind of wife I want to be. Silly, I know, go ahead and laugh at me. But I like dressing up. I think it's fun. I think it's cute and playful, and why not? And I've always wanted to take cooking classes, so combine those two together. And eventually have a small wedding in our favorite country. So, yeah. This up here is a ring. It's not a wedding ring. It's more of a goal attainment ring for myself that I've been meaning to get. I'd like to put it on my pinky finger so it sits next to my ring finger. And inside, inscribe, passion and wit will see you through. So I've been meaning to do that. I'll probably do it once I get on top of my funds because I told myself I would do that once I get that. Piano. I've always wanted to learn piano and record a song. Just really vocalize something. I love to sing so much. It's my soul coming out of me. I love it. So much fun, and just the expression, the singing along with the painting. Yeah, so that's my goal. That's the big picture right there. That's what I want in the end. And I'll get it.